We all know that the New Testament is filled with contradictions. However, a lot of these contradictions could be reconciled when these details are added together to make one narrative. However, there are numerous contradictions where one could not reconcile these even when adding the details to try to make one narrative. For example, what happens after Jesus dies and he raises back up? In the Gospel of Matthew chapter 28, the two women go to Jesus' tomb to anoint the body with oil. Suddenly they don't find Jesus, and an angel of the Lord tells them that Jesus is not here and that he has risen as he predicted that he would. Jesus then appears to the woman and he tells them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to meet me in Galilee." And so Jesus meets the disciples for the first time in Galilee, meaning they must have left Jerusalem, went to Galilee, met Jesus, and that's where he gave them the Great Commission to baptize the nations in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit. However, we get a completely contradictory narrative in Luke's Gospel. In Luke chapter 24, the women go to anoint the body of Jesus. They are met by an angel who tells them that Jesus is not here and asks them, "Why are you looking for the living amongst the dead?" implying that Jesus has rose again and that he is alive. Later, Jesus appears for the first time to the 11 in Jerusalem, where they doubt, and he tells them, "It is I myself, touch me and see, for a spirit or for a ghost does not have flesh and bones as you see I have." And then he tells them to stay in Jerusalem and wait for the Holy Spirit to descend upon them, which happens 40 days after, while they were still in Jerusalem. And that's recorded in Acts chapter 1. Now, according to Matthew's account, the disciples left Jerusalem, they went to Galilee, and they met Jesus there for the first time. In Luke's Gospel, Jesus first appears to the 11 in Jerusalem and gives them a very specific instruction not to leave Jerusalem and to start baptizing the nations and spreading the gospel from Jerusalem. These two accounts simply cannot be reconciled and therefore result in a contradiction, proving that the New Testament is not the inerrant, infallible Word of God.